Buying it? Un momento, por favor. Welcome, Wapham crew, guys, gals, ghouls, friends, fiends, foes, anyone who may be listening beyond the Omniverse tonight. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, May 18th, Sunday, May 19th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. And thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and we are broadcasting live from the Mile High Clubhouse tonight. If you're listening to us live right now, you may be listening to us on Spreaker, which you can find us under We Are Paradox Media, as well as eTalk Radio, which you can find at etalk.tv/radio, and KPNL Radio, which you can find on KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. If you like to watch as well as listen, you can tune into us under We Are Paradox Media on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitch. If you want to listen on your free time, feel free to check us out anywhere that you listen to your podcast, and make sure that if you are subscribed, you give that little bell a flick. That way, anytime we have a radio show go out, you'll be made privy to it. Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please mosey on over and do so. And like any video that you've watched or listened to. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we will be talking to and getting to know Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia. So let me go over here to my settings really quick because I think there's some audio issues. You guys that are listening, please let us know if there is anything going on. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, hopefully that's better. Not sure if it is, but let me know, Chris, if that is better or not. It looks like it might have been fixed because I don't hear myself anymore. So, hey, Chris! Wasabi, kimosabi. Can you hear me better now? I clicked echo cancellation before I got rid of the stereo, so. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the stereo setting before I. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the stereo setting before I did echo cancellation, but sorry about that. Hopefully it's working good now. Okay. So what have you been up to?
I could have used my phone, but it would have been like I don't know. I don't know how the energy. I really don't know. And
Right.
just spending time with her was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, that's why I didn't do it. And then since I'm back home, I got here on the 13th. But it's been pretty good. But there's been a lot of hiccups here and there. Knowing that I'm back home and having to deal with stuff, my mom and stuff. But I'm good. It's just I have my days where I'm just there, then I'm not there. It's just my moods change from here to there depending on what's going on. But other than that,
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's still a very difficult time in your life. Your mom's a big thing in your life, and you don't just automatically get over that. It's going to take some time. My dad passed away about, I think it was 18 years ago, and it's still hard. I still miss him. So,
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, to me, it's not that simple. Yeah, it's difficult, but just get through it and give me strength to do it. And then, as a matter of fact, I don't know, I either, I either, I got
Yeah.
a card from very special people. Yeah, this
Oh,
looks familiar. Yeah, I got these cards. These cards. It's just a contain. It's just a very special card from someone. They know who they are. Look and see how beautiful that the moon goddess is. And then these cards are a little different. These are I guess you can say the rider deck. These are amazing. They're beautiful. I can't complain. Look how beautiful these back are. And these are like different because when you look at the cards, it says the words on the side, which I've never seen a deck like this with the rider deck. I know what deck it is because it is the rider deck, but it's different. Look at the design on that. It's like beautiful and fine in it.
I like
So
it. And I like how they,
yeah, these cards are
used
amazing.
all edges of it to put stuff on there instead of, if you're not familiar with
Yeah,
the deck,
and
then you have to look up some things. So it's cool that they
it's
put all that stuff on there so you can learn it faster.
yeah, but I mean, but it's a beautiful deck. I did a reading for the person that gave me the cards, and that reading was amazing. It was on TikTok, as a matter of fact. Um, and I did do it at Brittany's house, by the way, because somebody says, "Chris, are you gonna do the reading? Get up and do the reading." And Brittany's looking at me like, "Damn, she's telling you to get up, and you gotta real quick to go to the cards." I had fun, but it was amazing. It was just phenomenal. So, but I enjoyed the reading, and even though going through little minor things, emotions and stuff, it's just amazing. It really is. I can't complain. Now, remember the last time I asked if Brittany could come on because you've never met her. I don't think you have.
No,
But the last time she was like, no, I don't, it's your show and stuff. But you already said that she can come on if she wants, or she could just watch. But I'll send her the
definitely.
link in a little bit. But if she does come in, she might just come in to say hi, and then she'll probably leave. Um,
No worries.
but yeah, I've been having a good time. So,
Yeah, and we
so
all
other than
deserve to
that,
be
how have
happy,
you
but I'm
been?
super happy for you in this new development in your love life.
Ooh, in my life. Ooh, that's a first for Chris. That's a first.
Ooh la
And then get this
la.
too, Dennis. Out of everyone that I've been on Facebook with people that have known me for years, have never physically seen me or not really touched me or whatever. There's just certain things that I never thought, in a thousand ways that I was ever gonna meet someone. I never thought because I didn't because during that time when I was grieving, when I first, when we were, doing all this stuff for my mom. I think it was in January, like a little after she passed. I didn't know Brittany yet, and at that time, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that I had given up on love. I was just done. I was just done with everything. But then I guess God and my mom had different plans for me. So, I guess my mom didn't want me by myself. And I have feel it and I've done my research about like the timing of my mom's passing and knowing that her birthday was on the 8th of January. So we connect, I think it was a little after February. And my friend Vern, we did a lot of research from Britain's name to Minnesota to they connect. And I kid you not, we added everything. I have to send you the name. I have to send you photos of it. That everything's connected to my mom. And when we added the numbers, it comes out to an 8, which technically That's my mom, January the 8th. So my mom had a lot of impact on me meeting Brittany and all that stuff. And just the fact of how did my mom do it? I still don't get it how it works on the other side. I really don't. I really don't know how that's been. That's beyond me. But I guess I'll get to see that when it's my time. How I can talk to my mom. Said, how did you do this? You know, how did you connect us? How? There's a figure that I do feel that she did connect us through a good friend of mine through Akasha. Akasha, if you're watching, give you a shout out. But that's just, I don't know. I'm kind of like, even though there's a lot of stuff thrown in my face, like it's my mom, I still kind of just, how? How do you do that? After a month later, February, you connected us. How? Like,
Yeah,
how?
and I
How does
also
somebody
like
do that?
I have a theory. So, not only your mom's over there, but your grandma and other people that you've known and loved. So, sometimes when you go to the other side, it takes a while for some people, and sometimes like people are just up and running and they know exactly what to do. So I don't know if like she's been working with your grandma and other people, and teamwork makes the dream work, and just trying to make it the best they can for you because now everything is basically limitless.
Hmm. I totally agree with that, and it makes me wonder. Like, I'm just kind of like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm still shocked because everything comes out to my mom. Everything adds up to my mom, and like even just things that my other friend said, just look up like the name. I was like, oh my god! And then during that time when I was looking stuff up, Brittany was asleep, but somehow she just happened to wake up. Her name Brent mentioned, and we looked up. Her name was from the Roman gods or goddess. So we looked up a lot of stuff. It goes back to Italy and other places, I believe. I have to send you the stuff later, but it's just crazy. I'm speechless to be honest. But there's just so much that I've learned and still learning as I go along. So yeah, I sent you the link. So if you want to show up, it's on your messenger. I sent her the link so she can say hi to you if she wants to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
She's
Yeah,
smiling.
I haven't met her, but like I've seen your guys' pictures together and just how happy you've been, and I don't know. I think it's really good timing and it's really awesome, and I'm so happy for you.
Well, if you want to come so she can see you just for like a minute, don't be shy. If you have to get on the computer, go ahead. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't know if you can do it from your phone, but
I think you
anyway.
can. I've seen people do it.
But I don't know. I mean, because on the iPhone it's different. I believe she's on an iPhone, so it's a little more complicated.
Mm.
Um, on the computer, I believe if it's an Android, I think you can do it because this is an Android phone that I'm on. That's how come I'm on the show. How I used to be on the other one? I was on my tablet. Now that's Android, but I've even tried it in the past. When it comes to the iPhone, it's a little bit more complicated. You have to copy and paste. I'm not
Hmm.
good with all that crap. But it's a little different. I guess you could say it's a little more in depth, so it's a little different. But I think if she can, she'll see if she can. And if she can't, then it's because you have to copy and paste it. I don't know. Can you
Yeah.
copy and paste it? The link on the in the chat, so they don't have to paste it. Is that even possible?
Oh yeah. I can share it there for sure. Yep, copy here and paste there. And I have an iPhone
I don't know how
too,
you
and
copy and paste.
like generally when there's a link, you just click on it and there's no issues. But I'll go ahead and paste it really quick, like for her as well as anybody that like to call in for their
So in
free
case I
reading
don't,
or. anything they'd like to say, no worries. So, yeah, I got that posted and out there. Kind of weird because I don't know if you could see
I
in the
don't know how to
chat,
copy
but
and paste it. I'm not good at all.
yeah, but for me, Brittany and
Oh yeah, I
and
guess you didn't see it.
Heidi tried to say something and it was blank. Other parts, I saw their things, but I think it was the last
I
time
don't
they
know.
said something, it came through blank. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's not Century Stink. I tried to get all that fixed this last week, and
Hopefully,
the
it's not. Hopefully
first
it
two
lets
people
her.
I talked to
Hopefully it lets
were
her.
like really cool, but the last person was a total D bag. So I need to call them and get this stuff fixed.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, because with Streamyard, it's a little different. But I know that. But it's just,
Oh
I guess
yeah.
it's just with the different devices that you have. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just crazy. But I love these cards, by the way. These are amazing. But that's while we're waiting. Do you want to try to? Do you want a reading on these cards, or you want to wait?
That'd be awesome.
Okay. Okay. I'll just see what we come up with. I have my other deck on mine, but it's the creepy one, so it's where the goes back to the gypsy days. But those are nice too, by the way. Those are creepy. So let's see. Just testing need to know if anything that needs to. Oh, we just got a jumper up, pop out. Okay, we got a jumper for
Ooh,
you that just fell on the floor.
we have a
We got it from
jumper.
the yeah. So let's okay.
Oop.
So
Uh-oh.
you got one card,
Hello.
then I'll get the.
Hello,
We have
nurse.
a jumper.
He's trying to come in.
I'll get the Is that an echo? I guess it's because the phone, or you can mute the phone. I guess
Hi, Brittany.
I don't know if you can hear. It
Mhm.
buzzed.
Well, I'm so happy to see your beautiful face, and thanks for making my brother happy.
Can y'all hear me?
Mhm. I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Nice,
Can
because
you
I
hear
know
me?
that I think. Okay, so that you have the card. So the card that you have that fell is the Ten of Wands. I guess you have to handle it because there was an echo in the background. Um, so this one is upright. So this one I can't even see because it's so damn dark in here. But this one is my light's getting dimmer. I've noticed that. So you have
Oh,
garden, responsible, hard work, and competitive. So you have I think a lot of extra work that you need to do and put more initiative into what you're needing to do.
what?
Um,
Oh my
so
gosh.
yes,
Like, not
okay, so
only
you
am I
have to
doing
put
my
more
job
initiative
and
into
doing
that.
everything around the house, but now I have 12 chickens and a goose and all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't even have time to breathe sometimes, but
Okay,
I guess I need to try harder.
and then you have the queen. Then you have the Queen of Cups. And then the Queen of Cups pops up with the second card. You have compassion. I feel that you need to nurture and calm down and do some healing. Emotional, stable. If you feel like you're not stable, then you need to have. What I'm being told is that you gotta get some self love and some self care if you haven't done that for yourself. Um, give some time to just pamper yourself. Maybe you really don't do that because you're more of a person that's very down going and to earth and stuff. But I feel that you need time for yourself. That's what I'm coming up with these two cards.
Yeah.
But I feel that a lot of hard work is going to come into play.
Well,
Okay.
that's funny too
Then you
because,
have the
hey,
King of
Nay,
Cups,
good to see you.
emotional.
Um, as far as that second card, like you're saying, like take a break, do some self love, etc. My sister called me the other day crying, saying she had bad news, and I thought she was going to say my grandma passed or something. I was like, no. But then she told me her friend Nana that she was supposed to go on this Alaskan cruise with was in the hospital in ICU, water on the lungs. His blood count was um 6 instead of 2, or was it 9 instead of 2? And so he couldn't go on the cruise with her. And so all I had to do was come up with a ticket to Seattle and I could have gone on the cruise with her. But then, you have certain people in your lives that are just like, I don't know, selfish and want you to do other things and, make excuses as far as like, well, it'd be really nice if we could all do something together, which it never works out like that as far as our family. We have to add other people to it. But yeah, I totally feel you there. And I should have just bought the ticket and said
Yeah,
sorry, but I didn't.
you can try to come back if you can. Can, it's fine. Yeah, but I guess it kicked her out because that's why I don't know what
No, I didn't.
happened.
She just jumped out.
I don't know what she's trying to do. Um, oh,
Yeah,
she
I
just
didn't
jumped
kick
out.
her.
I guess it's
There
because
would
there was
be,
an echo. I guess.
is there still an echo? Like, generally, you would wear headphones, but I know
Yeah,
there was an echo at first because I didn't press the echo cancellation thing.
you have to
Hi,
mute the
Brittany.
phone. I'll mute the phone. Maybe it might help.
Hi,
So
Oh,
you
so
get a
good to
chance
see
to
you.
talk to her real quick.
good to see you.
So you're all the way
Welcome,
up in Minnesota?
my love.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
That's
very shy, just to let you know. So she doesn't really talk. I mean, she's came out from a lot when people thought that she wasn't really, um, like she didn't really talk very much. But it was just that I felt like she was more observing them. So
hmm
that's why she didn't really talk. But once I got to know her, she was even like that with me. But I think she has blossomed into a beautiful flower because she was real quiet and she's grown a lot since I've talked to her. She's kind of opening up with people that she's to trust and stuff. She does have her guard up with other people. Um, and that's how I am. I have my guard up all the time. So that I guess she's rubbing off of me now. So, and we're both really protective of each other. And, it's just beautiful how love can, it's just amazing. I have no words for
Well,
that.
I think also like we all come into each other's lives at a certain time, and I think you guys came into each other's lives at a perfect time. So, you're tending her garden and she's helping you with, you know, um, lost love of your mom and having a love of another woman because like your mom is generally your number one love, and now you have another love. Not saying that that's going to replace your mom, but it really does help the heart quite a bit. Um, but yeah, like as she is, like I have social anxiety. I almost didn't want to do this show when Dave Scott asked me to, but I'm so glad I did because it's kind of helped me come out of my shell a bit. Sometimes a little too much, but I'm so grateful that you guys met each other and that everything is working out so well. It's pretty awesome. Mm.
Yeah. But she's beautiful and I see it as that she's grown a lot and for her being like shy and being observant, it doesn't bother me because I was like that when I first started being on shows and stuff. So I totally get it where the shyness comes. I because I'm still like that when I even meet people in person. I'm real shy, and you could tell her I was when I met her. I was a little shy, but within I say within 45 minutes later, we did talk and we got to open up and get to know each other on a different level because we actually got to see each other. So the connection was there. The way that we felt when we first met each other on through a group of ours, the connection was there, the love was there. It just enhanced it when we met. So, but it was amazing. I can't complain. So,
That's
and was I
awesome.
shy, mate? when I met you.
Yeah, you're shy.
But I know that she doesn't want. I don't know if you. Well, I mean, if she can't stay on here, that's how. Hopefully, that don't bother you. If she decides to leave, that's up to her. I don't. I'm not gonna pressure her to do anything. I tell her she's her own person. She does what she wants. We have good communication.
That's
So
awesome.
Tessa, but outside of that reading, did it make sense to you?
Yeah, for sure. So wasn't there a third card? I heard the first two, I didn't hear the third one.
There was none. Yeah, the first two cards came out real good. The other card was just saying that there's got to be compassionate and there's got to be this love into self-love and just give yourself some time. Time for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I did it, I needed to get away, to get away from the house, and I actually couldn't even believe I even flew over there. That was my first flight by myself, and to go through security, it was kind of nerve-wracking because of everything that you got to do. Take your shoes off, your phone, your wallet, your keys, whatever you have.
Right.
It's just nerve-wracking, but it's an experience. So maybe as time goes on, I probably won't be so nervous, going to the airport. It's just being on time and stuff like that. But I had a good time. It was fun.
Well, it's so awesome that you did get out, and I don't know, like when I was a kid, when I fly, like it really didn't bother me, but as an adult, as I get older, I don't know. I have so many more fears than I did when I was younger, but I think that's kind of how life works. I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, and I have a fear of heights too, so that kind of just adds more to the fire because I'm very scared of heights. And even on rides, roller coaster rides, to the carnival, I won't get on anything that goes like this or that goes upside down. I have very bad anxiety, and maybe it's due to whatever happened to me as a child trauma. So I just don't like heights. I don't like being upside down. I don't like, how like there's some rides where they just lift you way up and then it just goes. I don't like that kind of shit. My stomach doesn't adjust good to all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm getting rides. I mean, I'll get them maybe a few rides, but like the miracle run, I'm okay with that because it doesn't really go fast. But just even being off the ground that far, I'm looking down and I'm just like, oh my god. So I need to somewhere down the line to overcome my fears. But flying on a plane is a big thing. If you have a fear of flying, the plane is one of the biggest fears because you're flying over the ocean, depending on where you're going.
I know. Like here coming up in a couple years, my sister and I are supposed to go on a cruise to like Ireland, Scotland, the UK, etc. And I don't know if I'm going to go because you have to fly from Florida to Amsterdam. And I just don't know if I can do it. Like, I've always wanted to go to Ireland because that's where a lot of my family came from, especially on my dad's side. But I don't know if I can do it. I'm just like, I'm tripping out and it's still 2 years to come. So, I don't know. Hopefully I can do it. But yeah, it just scares the crap out of me right now.
Yeah, it's just adjusting to everything. And we can give a shout out to Heidi. I know you're out there watching, and I just want to say thank you for the call.
He's got some awesome cards.
Say hi to me. She can hear you. You want to tell her hi? Go ahead, because she's watching.
Hi, Heidi.
Aww.
She's like,
she's got such a sweet voice.
Dad's watching too, so you never know.
Yeah, my dad's probably watching too.
But other than that, I mean, it's just amazing.
Is that Heidi?
And that's, I was going to say, I mean, the weather right now Hi, Diane. I might have saw you on there. She has her eyeballs. I saw that. She's got her eyes on me.
She's like, hi! No, like you're saying with the weather, it's been really weird. And not only that, I don't know if you've noticed, but the clouds to me recently don't even seem real. They seem so fake.
90s. Yeah, like up here we're in the 90s, and over there she's in the what weather are you in, mate? What weather?
It's in the 70s here.
So she's more clear than over here because we're in the 90s already, and we're in May. So just think about that, how it's going to be in June and July. It's going to get very, very hot.
Yeah. Or here's been really bad because I've been okay. That's probably why I can't see certain comments because they're sending gifts or whatever you call those little emoji cons. But no, it was super cold. Then it would warm up. Then it gets super cold again, and so a lot of my like raspberry bushes, blueberry bushes, etc. My dahlias froze, but luckily I can take them back and try again. But now it's hot. Like today, I was sweating my arse off cleaning out the chicken coops and stuff like that. But it's just so weird, very outlandish, or out of the realm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is hot. You know, I think for people that are thinking that this climate is normal, the way I look at it, you know, I don't feel that this weather is normal for me. I mean, we're not even in June, and we're in the 90s up here, so that's telling me that the veil is like getting thin, and the weather change is really, really, really bizarre. It's just, to me, it seems off. That's just how I feel. As far as that, I think the paranormal, a lot of things have been going on with me due to, you know, the changes of me opening up more. Just like the other night, I just had this weird vision, which I'm still trying to figure out what it means, but I'll look into it later. But I've noticed that I've opened a lot, and there's a lot more cases that people are asking me to do. Like, I have this friend of mine, her name's Angie, but she passed away. But her daughter just reached out to me, and she's in Nebraska, and she was asking me to help her, and she doesn't know about my situation with my mom, but I'm probably going to have to let her know. But the thing is that when I tapped into the energy, I'm not even getting tested like all right here. I had a bad headache, and I said, I can't do this. Right now, I'm too vulnerable. You know, and the thing is that, you know, I'll help her as much as I can, but like doing that kind of work right now with everything going on with me, I have to be very careful due to the grieving and, you know, me and Brittany and protecting, you know, not just me anymore, protecting us. So I have to be very careful with what cases I deal with, because whatever affects me might affect Brittany, and I just don't want to do that to her. So
yeah.
You know,
sure.
It's funny how people still ask for me, and I'm just like, a lot of people don't even know what I'm going through, so I might have to refer her to somebody else, because right now I'm just, you know, I want to do it, but I'm taking that chance with, you know, going through all this emotion. I don't want to put myself at not 100%, because when I help people, I want to be 100%, you know, every time that I want to help them.
Well, and that's a good point, too, that you just brought up, because when you're going through emotional things, whether it be depression or loss of a loved one or something like that, that opens you up. It puts little chinks in your armor where certain things like parasites and other things can get through. So it's very smart of you to, like you said, pass the buck or do whatever you need to do to protect you and your Brittany there. But yeah, for real, like, and some people get it, some people don't, but, you know, that's just your own thing. I don't know, I think you're playing it very smart as far as, like, passing the buck and giving it time, because, I don't know, to me that's very important to, like you said, take care of yourself and your loved ones.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, that I take care of, of course, my mom, because my mom is going to be guiding me to say yes and no. And I do feel that whatever I'm going through, she's aware of. My mom already knows everything. And I'm not going to say too much because I know we are being watched. But when it comes to love life, I know that my mom knows more than what others know. And Bernie has said it numbers of times that your mom knows what's going on. She knows what's going to come. She knows that if things go further out with me and her, my mom already knows all that. So I can't really go into detail what I'm talking about. There's other things, but I'm going to be very, very careful in what I say because of my eyes on the front now. But I'll just be very careful, just put it that way. Because I do have eyes on me, and I've heard from others that they're watching me, so I'll just leave it with that.
Yeah. Mother humpers.
So,
Heidi said, yes, you can. Spill it all. And he's like, spill the tea, please. Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm not going to spill anything. All I gotta say is, would they like to know, babe? Wouldn't they like to know?
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't they like to know?
Too bad. A little bit.
No, but hopefully that reading did make sense to you. And I hope you enjoyed that little reading I gave you. So
I do, and also, let you know, we have a friend here in the sidelines. We got Mr. Brave Sir Robin. Welcome, Sir Robin. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
what's up, sir?
Not too much, really. How's your night going?
Doing pretty good. As you can see, I'm smiling.
Yeah, I can see that. So, my question for you is that I've been watching the TV show American Horror Story,
Mm-hmm.
and each season they have a different theme. And I was watching season 3, and in season 3 is the theme Coven.
That was a good one.
Which has to deal with witches. And I was wondering why I was so drawn to it.
So why are you drawn to it? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think that you have a connection to it. And I do feel that it's part of the past. So that's why you're probably drawn to it. And it's getting that. It's that look and pull that you feel that why you're drawn to it. I would say look more into the history behind that movie or the series and look into more why you're drawn to it. Because I do believe that there's a lot of history into it. And for some odd reason, I don't know why, but I'm getting I wasn't going to say the 1900s, but for some odd reason, I'm getting between the 1700s, so you might want to look at the history on the land of where that show was made,
Okay.
and that's going to answer more questions to why you're drawn to it.
Okay.
I also had something that popped up right when he said that.
Okay.
What I was getting was, I don't know which side his lineage was on. I don't know if his family was a part of the whole Salem witch trials, etc. On the side that was doing the Salem witch trials, or if he was more on the witchy side as far as family history. So, like, if his family back then were the ones that were persecuting, etc., maybe he's just, you know how you gotta break the cycle, and each generation can get better or worse. I think he's on the better side of it. But I don't know, for some reason I was just feeling like his family, I don't know if it's his face and different faces I've seen in history, but I feel like his family was on the persecuting side, but I could be wrong. That's why I really wish I could get into his genealogy, those records. That'd be interesting.
Well, on my mom's side of the family, we're from Ireland, Scotland, English, England.
That's nice.
And those kind of parts of the country.
Okay. So a lot of those people were seers, is what they were called, seers.
Yeah.
And you know what, I'm going to tell you what's funny. I'm going to tell you, back in the days, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree, but for me, when men, back in the days we called them warlocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Diana was saying. Warlock!
For me, it sounds more evil-like. And to me, I don't see myself as a warlock. I see myself as a witch. I like using the word witch. I know that witch came from females.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's the same, like, a warlock is the same as a witch. It's just different.
Witch.
But there could be good ones and bad ones on each side.
I just don't like that. I guess it's just, I don't like the word. I like the witch better. Or I like the word wizard, which more fits me. I like the word wizard and witch because it's kind of, because I do have feminine energy, so it's kind of like in between a male and female, like divided into just one.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I don't like the word warlock. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Oh yeah, the first word in that word is war, so that's not good.
Well, and it has the word war in it, so.
Yeah, that's what I said. First word is war, so.
I don't like that. I mean, I know that witches we fight each other. Yeah, there is witches that do fight each other when it comes to jealousy and it comes to confrontation. There has to be some kind of territorial thing when it comes to witches. So they have to their space. And when a witch invades another witch's space, you're invading their territory. So you have to be very, very careful. But just know that no matter if you're a witch, wizard, or witch, or whatever the case may be, always protect your space because there is other witches that could be jealous of you, attack you, psychically attack you, and protect you, protect yourself at all costs.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And even, and I don't mean to say this, directly to anybody on the live or just even on the show itself.
Okay.
And this is something I'm being told to say because it's a true fact. That the most part of your enemies, 9 out of 10, your enemies are usually your family members. Not all the time.
People that are closest to you.
There can be family members that there also is some that are so-called friends or some thought they were your friends. Those are giving enemies as well. But 9 out of 10, you do have family that is jealous of you, and those are those that support you. And I'm very familiar with that because I have both.
Okay.
And I guess the more that you grow and advance, that's when you have higher than because your knowledge is spread out. So just be aware to always protect yourself at all costs.
Okay.
And I also had another
and
thought.
When doing this research, I would actually go ahead.
Go ahead and finish, Chris.
Guys, say hi to my friend.
Hello, Chris's little friend.
It's an alien, by the way. It's an alien, by the way.
Oh, I have something cool to show you next hour that Vern bought me. But so Robin. So we've known each other for many years, and I just feel like each year you're gaining more knowledge connection getting stronger and stronger. And when you do that, like Chris was saying, like people are watching, people are paying attention, and perhaps you need to be careful with who you share this information with, because like Chris said, sometimes your enemies are closer than you realize, because it could be your family or could be someone you think is your friend. So just be really careful with that and make sure you use certain protections, etc., to protect yourself. Every morning, every night. Try to do something like that.
Okay.
No, I just got the goosebumps. Sorry.
I will.
Yeah, and I would think, just be very careful. I would say if you want to do research, make sure that you have someone who you do with research, because there can be energy that could be transparent, that can travel through electronics. So even though you're not physically there, the energy is very aware of you when you do research. Okay. So just keep a lookout to always protect yourself at all times. One thing I was saying, and the reason why I'm saying this is because if some of you have seen, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody else. I'm going to give a shout out to Lynn. Lynn's a very good friend of mine. I'm pretty sure you know him, Tess. When we talked about Jeepers Creepers and the Moss Man, I think that's a good subject to bring up, is that when you do research, even though it's history, you always want to protect yourself with the energy, even though it's a movie or if it's, hotel, you want to look up and always have protection. No matter what you're looking up, if you're looking at Mothman, you're looking up Jeepers Creepers, Bigfoot, whatever you're looking up, you always want to protect your space.
Okay.
I also had actually two more things to add. It's funny that you said that about Jeepers Creepers, because the anniversary of that just came out recently, and I feel like sometimes I say that and it's been a couple years, but I know that the anniversary came up recently, and people take movies so seriously to the point where you can create tulpas. So, but then before that was, okay, so your house. We've talked about your house before. How your house is kind of like a gateway. There's a railroad nearby, etc., etc. So, be careful what you talk about or what you look up. Like maybe go to the library or something to look certain things up, because there could be things watching you and listening to your discussions. So I think be careful what you say and do in your home, because that place has always been very, very active.
Wow. Okay, well then you know what? Tessa, I wanted to say thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know it was the anniversary of Jeepers Creepers, because we actually talked about that in April, I believe. That kind of just creepy that you said it's an anniversary of Jeepers Creepers. That kind of just creeps me out, just you mentioning that. So maybe on the show, I want to do some research on that, because I am very curious about why I said that and how come you said it was an anniversary. So that's kind of very creepy that you said that, but thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it was funny that you said that, and it just automatically popped in my head. I'm like, oh shit, that was just the anniversary just recently. No worries. I'm so glad you called in, Brave Sir Robin. Sorry for letting or making you wait too long.
When was the anniversary? Sorry.
I'm so bad at dates, but let me look.
That's okay.
No, I'm so glad you called in, Brave Sir Robin, because we've had a history, and so it's pretty cool that we can look back at certain things. But definitely be careful in your house, what you say and do.
Yeah. All right. But you've really helped me out, though.
You're welcome. Do some research, sir.
I will.
Do some research.
Very nice to see you, brother.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Hello, my friend.
Okay, so the 2001 film Jeepers Creepers will turn 23 years old in 2024. And the Jeepers Creeper will return, because it's supposed to be every 23 years. The Jeepers Creeper returns. So the creeper is a fictional demon who hunts humans for organs to replace damaged parts of his own body and returns every 23rd spring. I'm getting the goosebumps again. For 23 days. The creeper is hundreds of years old and has been around since before humans walked upright. He has a twisted personality and enjoys toying with his victims before killing them. So he likes to play with his food before he eats it or uses it.
Oh my God. So in other words, you're saying that it's around that 23-year time for him to come. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 2024 was the 23rd anniversary.
Okay,
and that 23rd anniversary is 23 days that he hunts.
We're talking about that in my friend's show. And now you're saying it's 23 years to the day. That means that around this time somewhere he's going to show up. That's what you're saying, right?
Well, I don't know if it's to the day. I know it's 2024. Because the movie came out in 2001. Let me see if I could see more. It's not giving an exact date. Oh, August 31st, 2001.
Do research on that shit.
So it says August 31st, 2001, so it's coming up. August 31st should be the 23rd. 21st, or 31st. August 31st should be the 23rd anniversary.
Oh my
So
God.
23 years, 23 days.
Wow.
Creepy.
That's interesting. What do you think? What do you think, babe? We gotta do some research now.
Creepy.
We do definitely do that research because remember, we did that show with Lynn in April,
Yeah.
and now she's giving us a date, August
31st. So 23 days from the 31st to 23 days after that. So the 31st to the 23rd, would that be what that is? I don't know. But it's funny because, like we said, it's a freaking movie.
Oh,
but so many people take things so seriously and dwell on things. Like, who knows what can be created, what can happen. Kind of weird.
oh, I was gonna ask you. I got a message from someone saying to us that your audio is very bad. I don't know if it's maybe echoing on your end. I don't know.
How long ago was that? Because I was asking and people said it was like
echoing back and forth.
Yeah, it said it was echoing garbly. And then I fixed it, and then Diana said it was sounding better. So if you could see how long ago that was, because I don't want to start pressing buttons if it is fixed now.
I don't. You know what? For everyone in the chat, can you let us know when you started hearing all that echoing, and then maybe we can fix it and we can time it. Because it depends, and this is one thing I've always known. Depending on what you were talking about at the time, sometimes we have like other people that are watching us that could be interfering with electrical stuff. So just know that if you hear the echo, please let us know if we can narrow it down to the time of when it started and on the subject that we were talking about when it was echoing at that time. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm going to say it because I just don't care. The Men in Black could be watching us. The Men in Black. Or the MID is what I call them.
What you talking about, Willis?
Wave to the camera.
Seriously. I do believe those guys do exist. But on that note, you guys, we do have to go.
Expose this.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of you guys, I know I'm going to be, hopefully they don't tell me anything, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be monitored after I say this. But there's one person that's been doing a lot of research on TikTok, which is me. Within the past 2 days, oh my God, I can't even see this shit. For some of you, I'm pretty sure you can think I'm nuts, but we have proof, okay? Michael Jackson is not dead.
Seriously.
Is one thing. We have done research. Yes. We have done research on George Michael. He's not dead either. I've looked up research on Prince. I'm not really too sure yet about Prince. But we do have messages on Messenger that if you want these links, you can check them out and I'll send them to you. And as far as Robin Williams, he's very much alive.
Well, I would hope so,
And if you want these
because that was very
messages,
sad.
you can check them out for yourself. You can check them out yourself. But we have done
Definitely.
a lot of research, and let me tell you, I think of all the ones that creep me out that I've done the research is first, Michael Jackson is number one. The one that tripped me out the most was George Michael because he's been gone for a very long time. Well, I've looked up stuff on TikTok that I looked him up, and there's this one guy that they say he's impersonating him, right? But if you listen to his voice, he sounds just like him. How can a person sound like George Michael if he's supposedly dead?
Right. Well, even like you were saying, Michael
So,
Jackson, there's
all I
that
can
one
say is
guy
that
that knew
everybody,
Michael Jackson that was a burn victim, and then he's done interviews, and the eyes and the voice are exactly the same as Michael Jackson. So it's like anybody could wear a mask or do makeup or whatever, and masks have been really big. When people have presented this in the CIA, etc., where you put on a mask and you look like somebody totally different, and then you pull it off, nobody even knew the difference.
yeah,
So
exactly.
weird.
Yeah, and I can tell you, even Brittany can tell you, we've done research, and I really don't care because I expose shit for what it is, and this is what makes me mad. Why is the government or the social media lying to us? Why? And all these people that I just mentioned, we know that they're living underground. So the question is, why did they fake their death? And I can give you an estimate of why. And I can tell you this right after I say this, I know I'm going to be monitored after I say this. But
Yeah.
you know what?
Well, I think
I
that's
don't
a
care
good.
because I'll expose it for what it is.
Exactly.
This is
But I think
what I
that's a
think.
good part to stop
This is
because
what I
we're
think.
at
For
8 o'clock.
yeah, and I'm going to tell you what I think it is. For Michael, people wouldn't leave him alone.
Yeah. For a lot of them.
George Michael, I think all the people that I mentioned, I think a lot of people were after them. Now, just so you know how I'll expose stuff for, different things that I've done on different lives. Now, I'm going to ask you for permission. Do I have permission to expose what I'm about to say on your show?
Can we do it after the break? Like, I really want to get into it right now, but we're already like 5 minutes late. Can we?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. All right. So we're going to pick back up right on that note. All right. So on this music break, we have Miss McKeown Haiti from Ontario, Canada. And she's got so many amazing songs. She's super awesome. Hello, beautiful sister Sandra. But if you look her up on YouTube, you can check out all her videos, etc. Like, she's so young, so talented. I hope she goes many, many places. Unfortunately, we're talking about these different stars. If you don't go to the dark side, you don't make it very far. But she's going to be singing Close, Collapse, Devil You Know, Nothing But Blood. And then we have Mr. Fred Johnson with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Saw you for the first time in a while. You seemed so surprised. I worked out a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed. Yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? 'Cause you pushed me away, let my life rearrange, but still we're both back here. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you wanted me. Your troubled heart bleeds like a river. It's rushing towards fields painted greener. It doesn't see the demons behind, praying you're getting close to the line, so they can get their hands on love and trade it off for silver. The curtain's nice, but what it hides is worse than sticks and stones. Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope. Better the devil you know. 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 Your nervous mind is crawling with shivers. You're standing right in the eye of a blizzard. You're inches from a shelter, so near to warmth of a home in a chandelier, shining down its light on love, wishing you'd be closer. The curtain's nice, but what it hides is worse than sticks and stones. Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope. Better the devil you know. 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 Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope. Better the devil you know. 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 There's too much sky, too blue, too white. The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face? Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about love? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round every day.
Waiting here on this cold
did our love go wrong? Monster girl.
Welcome back, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. So tonight we have Psychic Chris Garcia and his lovely girlfriend, Miss Brittany. You guys, welcome back, and thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight.
I actually love the music. I was jamming out to it.
Heck yeah.
It was good. I like it.
Love the music break. A lot of people don't, but yeah. But during that time, I have to go out and feed my kids and make sure they're not killing each other. So I just barely finished making them food, and I was running back really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. And plus, I was going to say, too, I haven't ate, so I'll be probably somebody's going to come with food. So if I have to go off camera, I'm going to turn on the camera because I don't want to be eating in front of you. You'll be able to hear me. I just won't be able to. I don't be like that, you know what I mean? I don't like being rude and eating in front of everybody. So just to let you know. But yeah. What I was going to say is, well, what due to whatever we were talking about with all these people that I mentioned that are alive, I do have a theory. I do feel that some of it was paparazzi and some of it was Illuminati. I think it's a little bit of both. But I think everyone that had wisdom within their music, like Michael Jackson spoke through his music. I just feel that with other people that really spread the word of wisdom and truth, Michael was one of them. Prince was another. There are so many out there that they just didn't leave them alone. And I do feel that since they had money and they could fake their death, at any cost, so they could be left alone. And one of them, we all know Michael Jackson was very good with masks, as I was talking about. If you guys remember Beat It and Thriller, look at all those masks that he made in that video. He was the one that designed that. So if you really think he designed all that, from Thriller, what makes it seem that if he wanted to fake his death, he could put a mask over his face and hide his identity and live among us and fake his death, make it all real, to even to his casket being closed, which is kind of iffy because why would his casket be closed? We would want to see that, there's a body in there. So my thing is, I personally feel that was a dummy in his casket. But then again, what do I know? But I do feel that he's one of them that I don't give a crap what anyone says. Michael is one of my number one. I'm a big fan of his. There's like others that I like. Prince was amazing. Oh my god, his music was just give me chills just hearing his music. George Michael, I grew up in that era. George Michael, I grew up in his era too. So with all these guys, it's like they have a lot in common. They sang through their music and they did healing through their music. So my theory is that they are living underground. There's a lot probably that are still underground that we're not aware of. There has been people on TikTok. If you look up Elvis, there's this guy. He's older, and they said that this guy was one of Elvis's people that he met. But if you look side by side, you would sort of looking at Elvis, but in an older version. Elvis has been
the
gone
guy with
for
the white hair and
years.
stuff.
The question is, yes, and we looked that up too. Me and Brittany looked it up, and she shared a lot of stuff with me that was not exposed to the media, and there was stuff about him in double mirrors. Y'all need to check that shit out because if you have a TikTok account, you need to type up his name because you'll be surprised what you type up, what you'll find. But I think all these people that we mentioned, for sure, I know Michael's alive, and George Michael's probably another. As far as friends, I'm kind of like iffy about him, but he could be very much alive too. And but it just makes you think of the question that Brittany had and I have is why? Why would they do that to all their fans? But it's not just their fans. I think it was more of protecting themselves is what I feel from that. I feel that people were not leaving them alone and just got tired of being harassed and accused of shit. So I feel that some of them just wanted to just say, you know what? Why don't you just fake my death and just so people can leave me alone?
And another thing that I just learned this last week, I didn't even know till this last week, and like you're saying, TikTok, and I think that's a big reason that the government is trying to take them down, not just because they think it's run by China, but because there's so much information on there. And Michael Jackson, I think it was like a week or less before he passed, was talking about this music company, how they've been screwing him over, and how the truth was going to come out, etc. And this was on stage during a concert, and then right after that, he's gone. So either he was killed off, or he had to go into hiding because he was about to get killed off. But yeah, when I heard that, when I heard him saying that, I was like, holy shnikes, I never even heard that till this last week.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because I'm looking at Heidi's comment. That's another thing. When I looked up on TikTok, I did look up Princess Diana. That was another one I looked up, and it's funny that you mentioned that because when I looked her up, I couldn't see her face, but in the back you could see the way her hair was. It's her. She could be alive too, but the thing is that I don't remember how supposedly she died. I think it's a car accident.
It was really bad car wreck.
And then get this, y'all want to be blown away. Yeah, and get this, okay? I might actually call this out. Y'all remember Paul Walker?
Mm-hmm. Fast and Furious.
He's faked
till the end
too. And we have evidence that he came out and spoke up that it wasn't even him that was in the car. So the question is, who was burned?
Yeah, it's crazy too because they were doing this fundraiser, and there's a lot of fast cars, of course, it's Fast and Furious, and he was taking people for test drives. This one time he decided he's going to let this one guy drive, and yeah, that's when things went downhill, supposedly. And people are talking about he hit the tree, there was a fire, they couldn't get him out. I think the one guy that was driving, I think passed immediately, but Paul was supposedly still alive when the fire consumed him. But there's always stories, and people who are in the general area could be paid off if he were in fact hiding.
Yeah.
And like Heidi said, could be a body double.
There's a lot of things that we looked up, and it was like, yeah, you know, but I think it's funny because with all these people that we're looking up, I know Michael was for sure he's alive, but the others, the question to me is, even though I told you what I think or my theory is, I feel that some of them were not left alone, and I do feel that some of them were threatened with other people. So I feel that out of the public, I think they were threatened with their life and said, well, if you don't disappear, we're going to kill you. So in order to avoid that, they faked her death and they just disappeared. Because, like I said, there's a lot of the people that we mentioned that they sang through their music and they sang messages through their music. So, you know, with all these people that we looked up to, all these people are dying. I mean, come on, why would they fake their death? But the thing is, we'll never know. We will never know. We will never know. And like, Bernie shared a video with me with Paul Walker. You should have seen my face when I saw that shit. I was just like, hey, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, look at the dates. I looked at them and I said, "Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me." And she's like, no way. And get this, Paul Walker had a brother that looked exactly like him.
What?
Y'all probably didn't know that, but Paul Walker does have a brother. Yes, he has a brother. Yes. None of you y'all didn't know that. So I'm doing my research, and now the question is, who was in the car? And I don't know. I don't know what anyone thinks, but I just know that there's a lot of people that they hide from all this stuff. And okay, that's a good theory about too many demons in Hollywood and music industry.
Well, yeah, Heidi was saying all had been vocal about mental demons, too much pressure, but also about all the wickedness happening in Hollywood and the music industry. And it's funny because, like, today they're not even trying to hide it. They're out there and they're doing it during their concerts, during different venues. It's very trippy.
And that's, what's funny too, and what I'm thinking about this, and now that we're talking about TikTok, when I really think about it, why is people in the I guess the capital or whatever, why are they trying to ban TikTok? There's a theory behind that. I believe
that's what I'm saying.
There's something behind that, because it's too much information on TikTok. If I can tell you, I agree with you. There is more information on TikTok, and I'm going to say this shit because I don't care. There is more information on TikTok than on Facebook. TikTok is just exposing everything. You don't see that kind of stuff on Facebook because they keep it hush, hush, hush. They don't want to talk about all this shit. But if you go on TikTok, you'd be surprised what kind of stuff you find out, and you're just like,
I love it. Like, I can get stuck in there for hours. I call it TikTok hell. And it's not really hell, but it's just like I could be there for hours and look at the clock and I'm like, holy crap, it only felt like half an hour, but I've been here for 3. But there's so much information out there. It's amazing, and so many things that people are talking about. And like you said, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, is blocking and banning people from certain things because the government's paying him. Yes, there's been a trial, etc., but he's in league with them and whoever's willing to pay him. And then, so before that, it was Twitter, which is now X, since Elon Musk bought it. That stuff ain't happening anymore because Elon is totally against that. He's like, hell no, come out and say what you feel, what you think. We're just being silenced and muted, and they want to fuck us over, pardon my French, but they don't want us to know the truth. They want to fuck us over. The only reason they're coming out with UFO and alien stuff is because there's so much information being spread. There's nothing they can do about it, so they're like, oh, might as well give disclosure.
Yeah, and I agree, because I think with everything, I think TikTok has grown tremendously. Even though I think the government is part owned on TikTok, even though it was made from China. But I think there's a theory behind TikTok being banned, because I think what they're doing is trying to shut off all the information so it won't be spread on other social media. And as far as Facebook, to me, Facebook is, it's okay, but it's not. I think a lot of stuff is being hidden, and the fact that I'm sharing it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be watched even more. But then again, I don't care. I expose for what they are, and I think people need to know that these people that we looked up to are not dead. They are not dead.
And
I don't know if Brittany said, because Brittany was, she's going to say something, but I'm the one that's going to speak up for all these other people that I looked up to. And I'm going to sit there and lie for, lie for the government.
Well, yeah, and if Brittany wants to say something,
I believe all these people I know. And I don't know what you want to say, Brittany, about Michael Jackson or Prince or anything. Do you want to add anything to what we found out 2 days ago?
It's just crazy.
And what is the question that you have that you asked me last night? Why?
My question is why? Why are they doing this?
Yeah, I think they have a reason. And I think, like you said, Rick, I think we'll find out the reason why later as time goes on. And like I said, if you think about it, why do they even ban TikTok? If you think about it, why do they want to ban TikTok? Because there's a lot of stuff being exposed. And what they're trying to do is trying to put a blindfold over us and say, you ain't gonna find out. But too bad.
Yeah. And Heidi was saying
China.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw, but during this trial where they're questioning this guy, what the crap was it called before it was called TikTok? It was like Dance Something. And they're in trial, and I don't know how many times this one person kept asking, well, are you from China? Do you work for China? Every freaking question he had was about China. He's like, no, I'm not from China. I'm from this other place. I can't remember where it was because China came up so often. And it's like, they think it's this or want the word to be spread that it's coming from China because we know China and Russia and these different people supposedly are working together. Who knows if that is even true because the way the government tries to mind fuck us all the time. But like Heidi said again, conspiracy. But yeah, who's to know what the heck is happening? It's because it's a free form. They don't want us to be free-thinking people. They want us to be sheeple, and so therefore TikTok is not allowable. Definitely crazy, Brittany.
And it's crazy that you're saying that. The other thing with everything going on, it really, really sits. And you know, it's me being the psychic medium and all that. When I look at everything that's going on and all the stuff that I just exposed, it gets me to why did they do this? Why did they fake their death? And I feel honestly that I think some of it was paparazzi. But I think that a lot of people were stalking them, and since they're popular, they just want to be left alone. And I do feel that a lot of it has to do with the other word that I just said, but I'm not going to repeat it. But I think there's a lot of people that have a contract on them, and that's why they're living underground, because they don't want people to know that they are still alive. And I do feel that a lot of them are being threatened, and that's why a lot of them are just disappearing.
Well, just like, okay, so Elvis Presley,
That's why
he was in the government's pocket, but like he was, I believe, the secret agent. He was sharing information with the government that some certain people, like the mafia and different other people, didn't like. So maybe he hid out for that. Who knows? Like, I don't know. He was my first crush, even though he was dead by the time I had a crush on him. All these different things I've heard and just using my common sense, etc., like, it totally makes sense to me. That's why he would disappear, is because his life was in danger and his child, number one, that meant the most to him, was in danger. There's so many different things like that, which will make a person go underground. Michael Jackson, he has 3 kids, and he came out about the music industry right before he passed or disappeared. And then that burning victim that he knew forever came out with the same voice and same eyes as Michael, and same like head tilt and gestures that Michael used. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps again. But so many different crazy things like that. If you look really deep into it and you find out different things, it really makes sense, right? I know I sound crazy, but am I really crazy? I don't think so. The government just wants you to think you are.
I know, and that's what I say to myself sometimes, because knowing how long I've done all this paranormal stuff, and everyone that knows me, I don't make shit up like this. Why would I?
You can't make this shit up.
And all the readings that I've done for people, for all the people that I've helped all over the world, the people that know me and come across me, and all the readings that have been dead on, with every single reading, even to Heidi, the reading I just did for her was dead on. So if the readings are all right, what are the chances of me being wrong with all these names that I just said? Really think about it.
They're all on the
possibly
same
do
plane.
stuff done for people. What are the chances? What are the chances of me being wrong about Michael Jackson not being dead? People are gonna think I'm nuts, but honestly, I don't care because you can call me nuts all you want. But
I
there is
says
evidence.
50-50, and I say, even a clock that's wrong is right twice per day. But seriously.
But then again, I don't know nothing. Chris doesn't know shit. Chris
I
doesn't
know
know
not
shit.
either.
We're all crazy. Don't listen to
We don't
us.
know nothing about it. Yeah, I guess we're all crazy. We're the crazy people on the show.
Yeah.
I think
We're all just chickens here.
they're gonna think we're nuts. They're gonna put us in. You know what, Tess? They're gonna put us in the nut house.
I could use a vacation,
Put us in
so
the nut house and say,
sign me up.
you. I don't know, but like I said, I mean, I personally feel that these guys are living underground, and you know what? Even though they're living underground, but they have a good life, and I respect their privacy,
Yeah.
and I respect that their wishes that they shouldn't have to hide, but for the government, that's a whole different story. So.
Well, and you keep
I
saying
totally get why they
underground,
would do
but
this.
I'm picturing, like an island, not like that Pervs Island, but another island that's way better than that, because all of these people have a lot of money, and have this epic life that they need to continue to live. And I don't know, like Machiavelli, aka Tupac, like all these different people that are supposedly dead because of certain reasons.
For all the shit that you think I'm making up, go ahead, take me.
Lock me up.
You can call me you can call me nut, crazy ass. I don't care. Go ahead, take me.
I'm nuttier than squirrel turds.
I'll have the aliens take me. I'll even have the aliens take me. They're like, take me with you.
That's what me and Mia said. Like, I went to her ranch to do paranormal investigation, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it was like a mothership, dude. I swear to God, a mothership. It was humongous, and it was flying over us, and we're like, take us with you! But it didn't. It left us behind, so far as we know. But,
Yeah, that would be unreal.
You know what, man? We should go together.
What, Brandy?
Find a place where we can go and
Yeah, I'd rather have them take me too.
Take us with you, please. Get us off this fucking planet. These people are crazy.
We're gonna be like this, Tessa, with our hands. Take us with you, please. Take us with you. Get us off this weird planet.
I like what Heidi's saying. They're coming to take us away.
And then everybody gets...
Oh.
Heidi, do you want to go with us? We'll tell the alien spaceship to come for you. If you want them to come for you, we'll tell them, can you stop by Heidi's house to pick her up along the way?
And I see her picture, and it's like two women that look the same. Is that like both of her personalities? Because I wish I had a photo like that. That showed all my personalities. But yeah, she said, don't leave me behind.
See what she said?
Don't leave me behind.
Hey, you see what she said? Don't leave us behind.
Capture heels together. There's no place like
that's
home.
a crazy thing.
Or is it Rome?
I know, right? She said.
Yeah, we can tell them we can stop at McDonald's before we go.
Yeah, so I can at least get a couple like spicy chickens
Get our
and
fries, Chris.
large fries.
You know, she says we're getting on a short bus with all
Oh my god. You know what? Like every time I go to Arkansas and I miss my flight or different freaking things happen because I go back home to Arkansas, my husband's like, yeah, and you'll probably make it home on the short bus. And I'm like, fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Stuff happens.
you know what, Diane? Do you want to come with to Diana.
Uh-huh.
I think Diana.
I picked Diana.
Diana.
Diana's
We'll
my
make a list.
teammate.
We'll make a list.
You guys could pick Heidi, because I don't know Heidi. I also picked Sandra and Jay. I love those two. We're going to make a team. We're all going to go out there. We're not going to wear Nikes and these weird
We're gonna have a
jumpsuits or
team.
running
Be
suits.
like, you know what?
We're
We're
not
gonna
going to
say
drink the Kool-Aid.
when we leave this planet, Tess, we're gonna be like, bye, dumbasses. Bye.
Bye, motherfuckers.
We can
Bye.
stop at McDonald's before we go.
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying. I
Get
need a few,
fries
like,
before we
Yep.
go.
yeah, I need a few spicy chicken sandwiches
Get
and
a
fries and a sundae with M&Ms. So good. Out of here, up and
You know what?
out.
You know what? I'll stop at the store and say, can you stop at so I can go get my gummies too? Because I want my gummies.
Yeah. Oh, I'll for sure. Yeah.
Then we'll be
And
for the crazy
ET.
people.
Man. Yeah, we're all on the same page right here.
Oh my God.
And okay, so I don't know if you, Chris, and Brittany have had shared dreams. Me and Sandra and different people in our group have had in the world really crazy shared dreams that when you have them don't make sense, but then when you talk about them, it's like, holy crap, we have different views of it and we're all there together and super crazy, creepy stuff. Like, have you guys had that happen? Maybe there's a Mickey D's on Mars. Oh, Mickey D's. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Give me some large fries with that. Can I have a nice Coke soda with that on
Some
the
extra
side?
salt,
Do you have some ketchup along the way?
spicy mustard.
Yeah,
I'll take a
but I mean,
double
but it's true.
cheeseburger
I
with
mean,
some Big
everybody
Mac
does it.
sauce because I
And
ain't
it's
paying the
funny
price of
how
a Big
everybody.
Mac. I'm a cheap ass. Right. Dude, seriously. Okay, so I said, give me a double cheeseburger with some Big Mac sauce because I ain't gonna pay the price of a Big Mac for the same thing I can have for under $3. And it's funny because I never liked Big Macs as a kid, and I never liked sweet pickles, but now I like both. So I don't know. I probably need to check for pods because that shit is weird.
Yeah. No, but it really is amazing because I mean, and it's funny how we're talking about, all these people that, what's funny? If the aliens did take us and we all went together, like Heidi and Brittany, you and me, all went together,
hmm
I would like to ask them a question. Can you tell us the secrets that these crazy people don't want us to know? And by the way, if they are alive, can you stop to go pick up Michael along the way with the tunnel where he lives? Because I would like to say hi and say, I knew you were alive. Can you pick him up along the way? And then we're
Peter, pick me.
So this is where you live. Uh-huh.
Now that explains it all.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, babe. We'll get some fries along the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
with
get some
extra salt.
fries.
Yeah, they don't even salt it the way they should. Like when I worked there, I was like, this shit needs extra salt. And then it's some guy that doesn't eat salt. He's like, there's too much salt on this. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But
Guys, I'm
that's
gonna
a
put
fresh
you off
beef.
camera because I think I'll be getting the food in a minute, so I'm gonna have you guys off camera for a while, okay?
Hey, guess what? We only have like T-minus 4 minutes and counting, so don't go anywhere. We can just go away here in about 4 minutes if you want to hang out. We'll go to music break, but it's so good. I know when you gotta eat, just like when I gotta pee, Yes, fries are good. Even Wendy's fries. Like Dave Thomas from Wendy's is my uncle, even though he's like, I was adopted. No, you weren't. My grandpa fucked around and found out and then decided to adopt you. You're actually family. But yeah, I still love Wendy's fries with their sea salt. It's pretty good. Yeah. That's true, Heidi. Chris, don't let us hear you chewing, because I'm okay with it, but my husband might come through the screen and stab you to death, because he hates the sound of chewing. And now my son's picked up on it, and I heard it's kind of like a mental disorder, where you can't stand to hear people chew their food, especially if they're like,
So you know what? I won't. I promise I won't. You will not hear me chew. Okay? I'll be
you don't
very,
have to
very
hide
quiet.
yourself. We all fucking eat. Come on, dude. We're gonna make him choke. No. Let's not do that. Because I'm not close enough to do CPR. Or
I'm
someone's
close
chest.
enough neither.
Yeah, we're too far away. Like, you're up there in Minnesota. I'm down here in Southwest Colorado. We're too far away. Don't do it, Chris. Chew it.
Yep.
You betcha.
Y'all bad.
I love that. My friend Lori, she's like, oh yeah, you betcha. I'm like, man, can you say some more stuff to me? I love your accent.
But you know
No,
what?
but seriously.
But you know what, Tess? I'm glad that I appreciate you. I'm glad that you have Brittany on the show. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate
No
it.
worries, dude. I told you this before. Like, bring whoever you please, and I tell this to like Johnny Bonani or Mia or whoever who's gonna be on the show. Like, I know people that when I invite people, they won't come. So invite your friends. Invite anybody who'd like to come. And yeah, I really missed her last time, but I'm so grateful that she's here this time. And I've seen pictures of you guys together and stuff. But to hear her speak, like, when I heard that voice, I didn't know it was hers at first. I thought it was somebody else, but it's her voice. Like, Brittany, you have the most angelic voice as far as, like, it sounds so pure and innocent. Like, I really love it.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Yeah, they say that her voice
It's
is very
true.
angelic and that her voice, she sounds little, but it's just, but that's,
Well,
but
they
that's the
say,
voice. That's her actual voice.
yeah, and they say that the eyes are the gateway to the soul, but what about the voice? Like, that to me says a lot too.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so too. I agree with that. I think everybody has a voice that when they're not from this plane,
Mhm.
their frequency is a lot different. When you know you hear the voice, you can tell that the person's not from here. Like I've always felt, you know, that I'm not from here. I've always told everybody that I feel like I'm not where I'm at. You know, this is not my home.
No, seriously, like,
But that's just how I
I'm a
see things.
mutant. I've never fit in. And when I was a kid, it really bothered me. Like, how come I don't have a lot of friends, and how come I feel like an outcast all the time, etc., etc. It's because I think we're all souls who've done this repeatedly, and we're here for a reason. Not the same as everybody else who's on the same plane.
Yeah.
We're in this different plane. So when you're kids and you don't know this, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But what Heidi was saying here, what I saw before, we were talking about this. Chris makes her glow, and I do agree. And I think she makes Chris glow too, because the way I've seen him since they've been together, I'm so happy about that. And she's Peterson, I'm Peterson. Yes, it's amazing that you guys, yeah. I'm so glad you guys found each other. And like I said, this is perfect timing. Like, could you imagine had this happened before all this happened? I think it would have been totally different. And I don't know what reason, but I think this was perfect timing for you guys to come together, because you guys, you know, a lot of people talk about finding someone to complete themselves. That is not a good thing. You need to find someone to complement you. And that's exactly what you two have found. So I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly.
love does exist, and this is beautiful, and I love it.
Yep.
I support this. Where can I pay funds? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll do it this way.
You know what I gotta say?
You like
I
the
want to
surprise?
say, I give a shout out to the heavens. Thank you, Mom, for doing what you do. And along the way,
Grandma.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Akasha. Because if it wasn't for Akasha, we would have never met. So I just want to say,
Seriously,
you're my sister, and I just want to say I love you. And I really mean that.
that's awesome. I love that. Oh, yes, you said you two
And
make
for
each other
Tessa,
happy.
you're my sister from another mother.
I'm your
You're my
sister
sister
from another
mother.
mister.
Yes.
I love you too, and I don't know, I'm so grateful because, like, when we first met, and you're like, hey, I'm a psychic and I like to go on, and that's when I first came out of my shell. I have social anxiety, all this different shit going on. Like, even at work, I'd start sweating beads because I'm not used to talking to people, and Dave's like, I'd like you to do a show on my show, and I'm like, what? I turned into not just Saturdays, but Saturdays and Sundays, and the more I did it, the better it felt. But I don't know, like, I'm so grateful that happened and brought me out of my shell. And then you called and was like, hey, I'd like to be on your show. And I'm like, Dave, like, how do I know if this guy is for real? And he's like, duh, like, just have him give you a reading. I'm like, good idea. Never even thought about it. And he did. I'm like, yeah, okay, so when do you want to book? Let's go. Let's go, Butterfuckle. No, but it was awesome having Chris on, and we've done it every month. And Chris, I have to tell you, my husband was trying to get me to do security this weekend. I could be making $40 an hour right now. I'm like, no, like, Chris had to cancel on the 4th for a very important reason. And I'm not saying, like, you two being together is not important. I knew it was a very important reason, because that is, to me, very important. And he's like, no, just cancel on him. He's on your show all the time. No, he's not. He's on my show once a month. So, yeah, I didn't cancel. Still here. Even though I could get the funds, money is evil. And what if? I'd rather be doing this than making those dollar bills, y'all.
Yep.
So I'm just wondering,
And I'm
what is
very
Chris
quiet.
eating? Should we all vote? What can we guess that Chris is eating? So everybody take a vote in the chat. What do you think Chris is eating? Okay, I'm gonna put my answer in. Serious, you guys. Come on. Put your votes in. Put mine in. You guys don't cheat on my answer, okay? Don't cheat on my answer, motherfuckers. Something greasy, Heidi said. Burger and fries, Brittany said. That's my fave. Burger, no mushrooms. You know what? I've been wanting to go to this restaurant here. It's called Grass Burger. And it's cows that are only fed grass instead of, like, all the hormonal feed and all this other stuff. That is really good. Really, really good. I'm glad I finally tried it a couple weeks ago. It only took me about a year. It was really yummy. Burgers are my favorite. It's my downfall.
Yep. So, did everybody guess what I'm eating?
So I said chicken quesadilla, Heidi said something greasy, and Brittany said a burger and fries, and Heidi said burger no mushrooms. So I think Heidi and Brittany are tied. So then, if they're correct, we have to do another phase where we have to guess toppings. So, I don't know, till you tell me. Who got it?
Okay. Do y'all want me to tell you?
Well, you have to tell us who got the answer. And if they got the answer, we have to get more detailed to find out who exactly won. So we got a burger and fries, and Heidi said a burger and no mushrooms.
Okay,
I said chicken quesadilla.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I'm eating a burger and fries from Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah.
I win.
What did she win, Bob? Let us know. Well, guess what? She won a full paid expense trip to the Caribbean. Don't go. fun sort of outro. So we might as well go to our second music break on that note, so Chris can finish eating and digesting his food. So on this break, boys and girls, we are going to listen once again to Miss McKaylin Hay. We have a couple songs going on from her, and then we have Mr. Fred Johnson III coming on. I love that guy. He's from Canyon City, California. So she's going to be singing Gravity, Mirror, Pins and Needles, and then Fred Johnson's going to be singing After Dark. McKaylin Hay is from Ontario, Canada, and Mr. Fred Johnson is from Canyon County, and I really want to find out where the crack that place is, because it sounds very interesting and intriguing. If you guys know me, you know that is some word stuff I used to use back in the day. But anyways, don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this musical break.
Signs I leave behind for you. Talking on pins and needles, every word through a microscope. You keep stomping down on the ground while I've been stuck on this tightrope. I just wanna say what I wanna say without your sentence. I'm not willing to do the time when I'm innocent, and I'm innocent. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Walked on my share of thin ice with your blowtorch at my feet. You won't ever see me beg, so take this tongue off your leash. I'm gonna say what I wanna say, don't need permission. Interpret it how you want, it's my decision. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Dancing on shattered glass, kicking the pieces all around. My safety has been broken, this is now a hunting ground. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, up, up. Talking about I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, I'm gonna hang it up, 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 up.
My driver pulls up in my limousine, ready to take me anywhere I want to be. I say, I want to go. Take me to a college scene. I'd like to go and dance, have drinks, and hunt the perfect date. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, after dark, I gave her base because she had the range. I knew she was the one that never could go home again. Plastic life by limo seats. I don't know why I can't control this urge to hurt again. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. pursue. No matter what I say, it's in the stuff, forever after. It doesn't matter what I say. Food and fatal, lacking the hint of conscience. No matter what I say, after dark.
Man, I just really have to say, I really love Fred Johnson, the Toid, or the Third, depending on how you speak. From Canyon County, California, like that guy, I love his voice. You can actually hear his soul through his voice. To me, it's freaking amazing. Let me make sure all my sounds are on. Oh, that one looks good. This one looks good. And I also have to mention something else. Ever since I called Century Stink and bitched them about my router, things have actually been working out good, and there has been no interruptions. But welcome back, Mr. Psychic Chris Garcia, and his beautiful, beautiful young lady that he's showing up with, Psychic Chris Garcia. You guys, welcome back, and thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It's been awesome hanging out with you.
Sorry guys, I just had to eat.
Hello. I actually saw her. She waving like that the other day. I was like, oh, she's doing a parade or something. Sorry.
Yeah, I just got hungry because I ate earlier, but I had time to go get something. And I said, if you can stop at wherever, so you got me a burger. And I mean, my drink. I actually got Dr. Pepper. I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a while, but I was like, man, I'm eating this burger slow, and I enjoyed it too. So I was like, that.
Better savor it.
So, but yeah, but.
Oh, Heidi said you have ketchup on your stash. He rubbed it off, Heidi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saving that for later. Okay.
Hungry. Yeah, but it's fun that we had, good stuff that we're talking about, but it really just made me think of everything that we talked about to test, because we're all on the same page, because this is what I've always said. I don't feel that I'm from here. I don't feel I'm from this existence.
We're aliens.
So,
we're mutants.
Yeah, an alien spaceship. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if I can go with them, I'll be the first one out. I'm going to put a sign and say, take me. And by the way, can you pick up Tessa and Brittany along the way?
Yeah, let's go. Let's pick up my thumb. Nobody ever picks me up when I do that. I could even be walking with a gas can. Everybody's like, fuck that bitch. But yeah. Hopefully they'll pick me up next time.
Yep. Yep. No,
yeah, Heidi said, don't forget me.
If that was the case, and they, but I seriously would really just go with them and to get away from here, because I know that there's got to be something better than being here,
Yeah, can I bring up a point
that
kind of blows my mind? So, since I was a kid, I was raised on Scooby-Doo and Star Trek. So, I believed in outer space, in that things that are here or coming to visit are from outer space, but then there's that Van Allen belt, which supposedly we can't even get through. And then you see these different videos of their original moon landing and stuff like that are all janky and look like shit. Even that India landing looked like janky shit. It was so sad. I felt really bad for them, but is this stuff really happening, and are aliens actually from outer space, or have they been here the whole time? Like, they're USOs? Like,
Honestly, I think some of them. I think they're among us. That's what I feel. I think they're among us. Some of them are underwater, and then there is some of them that are in space. But I feel that they have lived here for many, many decades. It's just that
before we even
the
happened.
government and people don't have access to get to them. Because, I mean, if they're underwater, they got to be deep, deep, deep underwater to where not even the satellites can detect their spaceships. So,
Well, yeah, and if
and I
they
believe
really
that their
did try to
spaceships
come
are very
here,
high
they'd be
in
light
tech.
years away, and there's a certain telescope that can see different places that look like Earth-like places. But is that really in this timeline, or has that already burned out? Who's to know? And like I was saying, like the Van Allen belts. That's why, like, okay, I'm not a flat earther. Recently, the whole flat earth theory has kind of been making sense to me. I don't believe the earth is flat, but I do believe that there's this shield around us, whether it be the Van Allen belt or whatever the crap they call it. I can't think of it right now. It's intense. It really surprises me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, hold on. I was looking at what somebody said. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Heidi said Bermuda Triangle. Guess what? There's not just the Bermuda, there's the dragon, and then there's so many different triangles, and it's like triangle, triangle, triangle. So many freaking triangles. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. If you're talking about TikTok, you know what has freaked me out more than anything I've heard about space or anything? Mud flood. Have you heard about that? The mud flood, where there's been buildings and houses, etc., and it was flooded in by mud. And then there's buildings above that, but you dig down and there's windows and buildings. That's even here in Durango, where you see half the building, but then the stairway is drug out. It's freaking weird, and it's called the mud flood, where there was a mud flood and it covered everything, so people built upon it. And then perhaps later on, if they wanted to, or had an inkling to, they would dig down and find buildings from the past.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that, but now that you're saying mud, I mean,
Mud flood.
I can see that, even though I haven't heard anything about it. But I think that there's a lot of things that, as us being humans, we don't know everything. Like, I think everything's being hidden, to be honest. I think everything that we talked about, all the singers, and the spaceships and the aliens, I do believe that everything is connected. Like, for example, Bigfoot. Bigfoot's another thing to talk about. That my theory on Bigfoot is that I feel that was an experiment with the government. And I feel that they try to...
You're saying Bigfoot was a government experiment? To me, I feel like Bigfoot is one of our relatives, like one of our distant relatives, because we're Homo sapiens, these different freaking homos. There's cavemen, etc. Some of them were killed off and died off. Some of them made it and went further, but I don't know. I don't think it's government created as far as that goes. But it could be. You could be right. That's just my thought process, but you could be correct. I cannot say it's not true, because who the fuck am I to say?
Yeah, because we don't know. I mean, because if you really think about it, there's a similarity, and I'm gonna say, and you don't really think about this. Do you remember the movie? Let me see if I can remember. It's called Werewolf. Michael J. Fox.
Oh, okay. So where he was a werewolf in high school? To me, Bullet was scarier, but...
Now, if you look at the similarities of werewolves and Bigfoot, they're almost identical. The only thing is that a werewolf is more of a wolf, and Bigfoot is kind of like human, but he looks like all hairy and shit. But if you look at the features with not the teeth and the face, but the hair, it's on his face, face and on the arms, and the Bigfoot is all over the body. So what is it to say that a werewolf could be a distant cousin to Bigfoot? So if you really think about
Could
it,
be. It could be
does the
cousins.
werewolf and Bigfoot have a connection?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
If
and
it's
in different
similarity,
parts they have
what
different
happened?
names. Like in Florida, it's called skunk ape, whereas I think they get wetter than general Bigfoot, so they really, really stink. Then you get in the high mountains, and they don't stink so bad, but they still smell like trash and death. But Brittany had a really good point. They're in the water, and there is a monster guarding. I heard it on YouTube, I think. Okay, so the only thing I can add to that, here's another TikTok thing, and I don't know, Brittany, if you've heard it, or Chris, if you've heard it or seen it. So there's an island near Australia, and there's been this weird thing on the map. It started off as a really small black thing in the ocean, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's supposed to be like this huge-ass swell of waves that is supposed to supercome or overcome these certain countries. But it never did anything, but you could see the waves and everything coming from it. What the crack is that? Like, is it the Kraken? I don't think so. I think it's something else. Like, I think it could be some sort of really huge-ass mothership or something. I don't know what to think, because you see this force field, you know, they're doing all the temperatures, everything else like that. Then it's a black thing. It gets bigger and bigger, and it goes north. What the heck is that? I don't know. My mind is blown. And then you're thinking, oh, it's a super huge wave, and it's going to go, and it's going to eclipse this whole country. Everybody's going to die. And then that never happens. What the fuck is that? Except for to be a mothership coming out of the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's freaking weird.
Yeah. I mean, that does make sense too when you're talking about all this stuff, because it's so weird that I'm okay. No, she doesn't get something to eat too. I made her hungry.
Oh, no worries.
She'll be back. but like I said, I mean, the thing is that I don't know. I think in a way, Tess, we're touching very sensitive information.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny how we're finding links to how you were talking about werewolves, and if you think about it, could Bigfoot
Skinwalkers?
and werewolf be a distant cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Skinwalkers too. So
There's so much shit
how
out there.
who are we to say that this is all connected? I mean, that
Is it
just the
connected?
thought of
Is
that.
it not? Is it just like
And I'm gonna say it.
building
It
upon
blows-
each other
it
and
blows my
making
mind.
this huge
Just the
tsunami
thought
of
of just-
paranormalists?
Yes. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It blows my mind just to just think about this and process all the stuff that we're talking about. And I think about it and you're thinking, if you put side by side, Bigfoot could have been an ape that was a human at one time.
Dude,
And
seriously.
they injected some kind of chemical. Yeah, they could have injected something in his body to become all hairy.
Well, okay.
How do we know
Apes
that
are
the ape
hairy.
is not related to Bigfoot?
These different things are hairy, so you didn't really have to do anything to make it hairy. You had to do something to make it bright. It's something different than an orangutan or a gorilla. So generally, it looks kind of the same body form as those two. The skunk ape looks like more of an orangutan. The Bigfoot looks more gorilla, but upright. But when they run, sometimes they use the same form. So it's like, are these offsprings of this species? Or is this something completely different? And the thing that's really blown my mind is people saying, oh, well, these are dimensional creatures, and they're hand in hand with freaking ETs. I'm like, are you serious? I don't think so. I think they were their own thing, like,
Yeah.
we're cousins, we're closely related, and then just like the Greys and other aliens, like, they can control us and make us walk onto UFOs. Because that's where that theory came from. Oh, I saw an ET and a Bigfoot walk onto a UFO with no resistance. Guess what? There was a whole van full of kids that went onto a UFO, no resistance because of mind control or body control. Whatever the crap they're using it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do feel that with, everything we're talking about, I do believe that there is a similarity. There is a connection somewhere. And even though people might think that this is all probably, because we know that Bigfoot can hit different dimensions, because if you really think about it, no one has really got a good look at him, because every time people try to get a good look at him, he tends to disappear between the trees. And if you really think about it, if it's a human running through the trees, you could see the bodies. So what is it?
Well, yeah, it reminds me of like Pink Panther, where he's like
through all these trees and
hiding behind different things. I think they're really good at hiding. Are they going into different portals and shit?
Someone disappear so fast between these trees? It doesn't make sense.
I don't think they're going into portals. I think they're really good camouflage and doing certain things like that. I don't think they're going to run and go into a portal, because why would they not do it in the middle of a run?
Yeah, and to me, it just doesn't make any sense to me. When I try to process everything, I don't even know what to think anymore. With everything.
Exactly.
Being right
It's like, let's just be open and maybe then something will come through, because all this shit is being flung toward us. We need to center ourselves, be presently aware of ourselves and things that are coming through the outland. And there's a lot of shit out there. But there's certain things you can allow. But like what they're saying with the Bigfoot, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's an interdimensional being that's like aliens. I don't believe that shit at all. I think it's like our cousin, and what's out there is really good at camouflaging. If it were an interdimensional being, last year when the Silverton Durango train was going through, and that Bigfoot was holding her baby, instead of squatting behind a bush and trying to hide, she would have fucking disappeared. She didn't. She tried to hide behind a bush. It didn't work. Adrian said, every day above ground is amazing. I have to agree. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
But, to me, when I think about everything we're talking about, I could tell you that being gifted and all, just all these theories that we're coming up with, it just amazes me. It really does. Because now we're starting to put things together. And this might be one of the, I've been on the shows 1,000 times, and all the shows are always different.
Yeah.
But I think with this show tonight is more informative, very informative tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to make people have a different perspective on things
that you need to think about this shit.
People are going to start processing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to make them open their eyes and say, you know what? Bigfoot and werewolf? Is there a similarity? And it's so crazy. Like about Jeepers Creepers anniversary. That's another thing that tripped me out.
Seriously, right?
You're saying that it's 20 years too.
23.
That just tells me
because it's every 23 years, and then once the 23 years hits, it's 23 days. What? And you guys were just talking about this. Why? And it is actually the 23rd anniversary. That to me is mind-blowing.
That's what I'm saying, because me and my friend Min, we were talking about this in April, and it was weird because me and Brittany were doing research on it, and we found out that the Jeepers Creepers has a link to the Mothman. But the only reason why they named Jeepers
It has a name. What? Can you say that again?
I heard that they were finding that the Jeepers Creepers and the Mothman have a link together.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Makes
But
sense.
we found out that the Jeepers Creepers, they were going to try to make it to similar to Mothman, but since it's copyrighted, they couldn't do hand in hand, so they had to change the moth to make the Jeepers Creepers look a little different. But if you could put the Jeepers Creepers and the Mothman together, they look identical too. They got the same wings. The only thing that's different.
Did you see that like buff ass body that the Mothman has? I'm like, damn. Not only does he have pecs and abs and shit, but he's got that gluteus maximus that everybody wants. Jeepers Creepers, you can't tell because he's got that jacket on and those red ass eyes or whatever the fuck it is, like scary, creepy ass shit.
Oh shit! But
no, I'm just speaking the truth.
All these things that you're looking at this hand in hand, and you put them side by side, it's the same damn thing as Bigfoot and werewolf. The same thing. Jeepers Creepers.
No, I don't think they're the same. I think they're very close together. They're very similar, and that's the same with like paranormal beings, etc. Like there's shadow people, there's shadow orbs, there's light people, there's light orbs. There's like so many things that could look the same but aren't. I don't know. There's so much stuff out there. It's like when people say I'm a paranormal expert, go fuck yourself, because there is no such thing. These things are mutating and blending and moving and doing all this stuff. You cannot pinpoint it to one thing. Or something.
Yeah, but I mean,
I also
feel that with everything that I feel is just really good. Everything we talk about, and I think tonight we're getting very informative information. And I think
I can't hear you. You're super quiet, Chris. I can't hear you.
That it's gonna blow their mind. That it's gonna blow their mind. Sorry, there I think there's an echo somewhere. I don't know that echo.
No, seriously. Don't let go of that, but yes.
I just feel like there's a lot of connection somewhere. But it really trips me out, just the thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, processing all this, it just, it really fucks my mind up because of everything that we are talking about on the show. Because it just, there's links to the different things that we're talking about. They're identical.
Mm-hmm.
So
mirrors,
like
you said, mirrors.
Question. Is the government lying to us about all this shit? Do they know more than what we know? Is there something?
As far as the government goes, dude, like, I never wanted to be a part of it. I graduated from school. I was in this fucking relationship since before I graduated from school, and it was not good. And I was just sitting there like, oh, slow down, let me see the position. I'm just like this on the couch, I'm just like, whatever, smoking and shit. And then I saw this Marine Corps commercial, and it's like, you see this Marine climbing this precipice or this cliff, and he gets to the top and he stabs his sword in there, and I'm just like, to me, I'm like, I can do that too. Like, I can make myself better too. And you know, there's a lot of it that I loved, and there's a lot of it that I hated, but I'm very grateful that I did join the military, because I had a very short fuse, and other things like that, like two of my girls have. They're very angry for some reason. I think it's past life shit, but I'm very glad I I did join and do that. Luckily, I wasn't there for the whole fold of it, but it really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I just think a lot of the stuff that it is crazy. It's just the thought of everything. It really blows me mind. Like example, you know, I just believe karma is all easy. I guess I don't know where that's coming from, but
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I feel that with
So I'm trying to turn up.
But anyway, what I was gonna tell you is that I don't know where it's coming from, but
No, I can hear you. Keep going.
okay,
What do you think it is?
I feel that there is another theory. How do we not know that the dinosaurs are gone? How do we not know about that either? There could be a sea monster under the ocean that could be related to the dinosaurs.
Fucking Kraken, dude. Come on, man. Hello, Michelle from Calgary, Alberta. My grandmother was actually from Raymond, Alberta. But okay, so the Kraken, all these different things, and like when I first saw that thing in the ocean that was on the island away from Australia, I was like, is that the motherfucking Kraken? But I think it was something else. There's so many crazy things happening out there. So many energies going here and there and everywhere. And for there not to be a...
There's not dinosaurs that live underwater. How do we not know that? We don't know what's underwater besides aliens.
Guess
but
what?
The thing is there dinosaurs underwater?
Can I tell you something that I learned? Okay, NASA was originally underwater surveyors. And then they went underwater and they saw what the fuck they saw and they're like, no, we're no longer going underwater. We're gonna go to space to get the fuck away from whatever that was they found. Like how you said, Loch Ness Monster or the Kraken or whatever the fuck you find out there. The ocean is a very large, very scary place. Guess what? We've only explored 5%. 5% of the sea. What the crack is happening? Yeah, they're like, no, we're good. We're gonna go to outer space.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder. What we're talking about. Again, there's links to everything. Now, what else are they lying about that we're talking about? Like, for example, the Titanic. That's another story. Every time people go underwater, question, why did they die? Is it the pressure? Is it too deep? Or is there more to that? Is there more to the Titanic when you go underwater? Or is there like a portal around the boat?
You know what? That is freaking crazy crack. And not only like the Titanic, the Colombian, how the names got switched, all this different stuff that happened. Like, what the heck actually happened? Like, people cutting corners, people trading memes, people doing different things and thinking, hey, this is going to be okay. Oh, well, the ship doesn't really look good with all these little flotation devices as far as rafts and shit, so get rid of those and we're just going to go along like it's going to be A-okay. Hey, trust and believe in us because we're the stewards of this passenger ship. And find out you're 80-something% short of freaking rouse. Like, that's crazy. That's cray-cray. That was very sad. And I did take one cruise, and as soon as the ship was leaving the port, I got really scared. Because I'm like, who knows? Like, what's going to happen with this? You've heard so many horror stories with cruises. What the crack is going to happen with this? I don't know. Even paranormal stuff. We had paranormal stuff happening too. That was pretty cool. We met a lot of cool people, but I wish I could have gone to this Alaskan one because I've always wanted to go to Alaska. If you want to see the northern lights, like the ones I saw here just looked like driving towards a big city. It's like pink or orange. In Alaska, it might look different. I don't know. Yeah, I just couldn't leave my posts.
Yeah,
got too much stuff to take care of. It's not fair.
And it doesn't make sense because it doesn't make sense, with that Titanic because I don't know, I find it just so weird. And then I want to bring something else too that you and Sandra were talking about fairies. Everybody thinks fairies don't exist. Well,
No, I
there's a lot of
believe
evidence on fairies too.
yes.
Yeah,
Fairies? Okay, so
there's evidence
I
on
haven't
fairies.
seen things
So
with wings
fairies
on
are
their
from
backs.
another dimension.
Yeah. But I believe like we're kind of okay. So
So if
go ahead, you first, then I'll say what I think.
I think we're like in a dimension, and that's why I think that's why we witness a lot of these things because they're trying to communicate and saying, okay, we exist. We're not stories. We exist. So if we exist, what else exists? What else exists?
It's pretty
That's what I'm saying.
intense.
You really never know.
Yeah, and I have to say, like,
Yeah.
okay, so
And
I haven't seen fairies like people with wings. I've seen flying things, but not fairies with wings. And I've seen little people like this tall, and you can hear them go, talking back and forth. You can't actually hear what they're saying, but they're arguing to each other. And okay, so you ever wonder where your missing socks go? It's to those little guys, like these little people, they're kind of like Barbie size, but a little taller. One I saw had coveralls on. He wasn't wearing a shirt. He looked like true to the day hillbilly. The other guy was wearing long johns, the whole outfit of long johns. And one was sitting there and he's like kicking the feet and the other one ran up behind him and pushed him. And that one like pushed and turned around and grabbed the edge and skidded up and came back and they're like fighting. I'm like, they don't notice me right now because they're fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit up really quick. I'm going to go out there and catch them. As soon as I lost sight of them, they were gone. And I think that's part of their magic. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of stuff. Sorry. Yeah, I guess because she was eating, I guess. It's fine. She was probably eating. But anyway, like, the way I look at it is, everything we're talking about, again, and this is what I think, made me crazy. You can call me crazy all you want. But get this. You know what one time I thought, and this is just random. When I was little, I used to chase grasshoppers. Okay? As being a kid.
Me too.
Now that I'm older, I find it kind of hard to believe because I've never really looked at the grasshoppers now because they're hard to get. Maybe I was faster when I was little. But can the grasshoppers transform into fairies? Because if you look at the grasshoppers, if you can get a hold of one, they got very long daddy legs.
Like the legs and stuff?
They got they got legs. And the thing about grasshoppers is that they fly.
Well, yeah, they can go like through the air, just like crickets and stuff, but fairies are different. Like, they can fly, but it's different.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I was thinking about this in my head. I'm like, why do you see that fucking mind or something? Because the things that I think as a child, it just blows my mind is that we're living in this illusional world. Like, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, and anybody in this life, including Brittany and any of you, can answer. Okay, are y'all ready for this shit? Okay, here we go. Let's go back to being a child. Do any of you remember light bugs when you were a child? Remember light bugs? Anybody?
Yeah, I feel really bad about it.
Where the fuck did they go? Where the fuck did they go?
That's true. Like,
Could those
I took my
be
kids back to
fairies?
Arkansas, and I was like, there's lightning bugs, and they're all over the place. And
Where the hell did they
and
go?
what we used to do, we'd rip their butts off and put them on our faces and shit.
And
Then I took my kids back, and there's like 3 in the whole place.
Yeah, and it's weird because as a child, I remember seeing light bugs. And get this,
Where?
as I got older, I was like, I haven't seen a light bug in years. And now I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, could we have been talking to the fairies even as a child? I think so.
Did I rip a fairy's ass off and stick it on my face? I hope
And then
not.
think about this. And then if you really think about it, the light bugs used to light up. What do fairies do? In the cartoons, they light up. So, is there a connection? But Chris don't know shit. Chris don't know a thing.
Well, and it's like, is it because
I
of what
remember
people have
light
done,
bugs
or
being
is this
I
because
used to catch them. I
of
used to get
global
a jar.
weather? Is it because it's gotten too hot and there's not enough humidity? What exactly happened for these things not to happen? And so when I was a kid, like, after my mom died, I got sent to my grandparents on a vacation. My dad never sent back for us, so we were stuck out there. But we used to run around the yard and catch fireflies. Sometimes we'd put them in a jar and expect them to live, and then they fucking die. And I feel really bad about that because I took so many fireflies' lives. Did I kill a bunch of fairies? I don't fucking know. I hope not. And then also, one of my cousins, I think it was like, hey, if you rip its ass off and put it on your face, then you have glow-in-the-dark fucking makeup. So you could spread it or stick it or whatever, have glow-in-the-dark paint. Tried that too. It really makes me feel like shit that I did that because I have respect and I feel bad. Like my youngest daughter, she's so afraid of bugs. And none of my other kids have been like that, except for spiders. But she's just like, with bugs. I'm like, seriously? Like, there's bugs everywhere. If you're afraid of this, like, you're not going to survive.
And it's funny because
I love fireflies, and I hate that they're diminished.
Okay, let's see if we can time, if we could tie the age limit. Because when I saw light bugs, I want to say I was probably, this is something kind of interesting. And we all get the same age, that would trip me out. Anyways.
What is it? What is it?
Probably about
I'm curious.
9, 10 maybe? 9, 10 years old at that time. I was thinking probably around 9 or 10. I'm kind of, did I think when I was 5? I never saw that like
6 or 7?
I think I was a little bit older. I want to say between 9 and 10 is when I think I saw them. But I could be wrong with the age, but I'm just giving an estimate. I don't know about you guys, but I saw them. I want to say
And it could be like,
7 and 10.
I was 6 or 7.
But I'm thinking more 10. So I'm just guessing. What about you, Brittany?
I know it's young.
How old were you? How do you remember? More or less?
Mm-mm.
I know.
You remember?
Okay, so my mom
No, but
died
I
when I
know
was
it's young.
5, almost 6. And then me and my brother running around our grandparents' place because my dad took us to Miami, sent us back for a vacation. And then we lived on the farm there in Pettigrew, Arkansas. And we'd run around at night and catch fireflies. And I think we were 6, almost 7. So he could have been 5, almost 6. I was 6, almost 7 because we were basically almost a year apart. Lightning bugs were so amazing and magical. And when I took my kids, I'm like, oh my God, you're going to be so amazed because this place is so magical. Guess what? We saw like 3, maybe 4 lightning bugs. It was the saddest shit ever. And I don't know if it's global warming or, okay, so fairies, if you don't believe in them, they don't exist. Is that the same with fireflies? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm thinking as a child, I mean, it's funny how I'm bringing up my childhood, and I remember that. I don't know how old I was, but I'm just giving an estimate. I would say I was around 9, 10. I could be off, but I was young. And now I'm older, and I'm thinking, where the hell are they at? Where did they go?
I don't know. Is it global warming? Like humidity has like not existed? I don't think so, because every time I go there, I get in the shower, go out, dry off, and I'm still wet because humidity. So why the fuck are they not here anymore? Is what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
I don't think it's because of global warming. I think it's because of belief, like you said, fairies and stuff. Sorry.
Maybe it's the weather. They don't like the weather. I mean, you just don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. It really makes you sit there and wonder about your childhood. If you're thinking that you were hallucinating and you were seeing this shit, because now I'm starting to wonder how does a child remember that far back? That's why I tell people when a girl gets pregnant and a girl has kids, they say that kids forget everything. Is that true?
No.
I can tell you the answer to that. The answer is no.
Nope.
Nope. We don't forget
Nope.
shit.
Not for me either. Nope.
Shit.
From 3 years on,
Not
and
me.
people are like,
I remember
you
most of
can't
the time.
remember your memories at 3 years. I'm like, yes, I do, because they were so horrific. I do remember those, unfortunately. I wish I could have blacked that out, but instead it's like things in my elder age that I black out, which to me is not fair. I'd rather it happen at a young age than my older age. So it's not fair.
Yeah. It's not, and that's why I see it is that everything we're talking about, I think by the end of the show, because we're almost done, but guys, for everyone watching the show, I think this is the most informative show ever.
I love it.
Not that the other shows weren't good, because they were. I love it too, and it's just very interesting how that we're on the same subject. I just find that now that after I get off this show, I'm going to be doing a lot of research, and I will get back to you guys the next time that we come on, because I'm going to be looking up on TikTok about fairies, because it's something I'm being told. I don't know why, but like you said, Tess, I think a lot of stuff is being exposed on TikTok, and that's why they want to take them out.
Not us,
but
but the government. Fuck those guys. Oh, fuck you.
Yep. So I just look at it as it is amazing. And I love it.
Yeah, I saw that, Brittany.
For you
She's like,
meeting Brittany.
fuck you.
I know.
But seriously, like, we're aware, we're present, we're not sheeple. And there's so many hundreds, millions, thousands of people that are sheeple, and here we are, trying to stick together, trying to find each other, trying to collude. Whether it be shared dreams or shared perspectives. We need to stick to that, because it's going to be very, very important. And I hate to say this, I'm not trying to do scare bait, but I'm serious, you guys. Like, we really need to stick together. I don't know what else to say.
Yep. Yeah, and I can agree with everything that you said and everything we talked about. It just, now it's like bombshell. And for everyone that was watching at the beginning of the show, just remember, always look up and look for different colors, because I can guarantee you, if it does happen, we will be seeing each other on the spaceship. And then when I see you all guys, I'm going to tell you, I told you so. And along the way, we'll go to stop at McDonald's and get our fries before we head out of the damn planet and say bye.
Now you just put a fucking country music song in my head. I'm told you so. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm told you so. Fucking shut the fuck up, dude. I ain't listening to that shit. I know what you're saying.
Just don't forget to grab me.
Exactly. Like, we gotta stick together. Maybe we can do like arm links or something. Chink, chink, chink.
Yeah, we'll just go with it. We'll be like the
Yeah.
balls.
Chain links.
We'll be
Let's
clapping the
link,
feet.
link, link.
There's no
Instead of
place
holding
like
hands,
home.
we'll just link shoulders or
No
elbows.
place like
I
home.
mean, sorry. No, Michelle says, I believe that I was abducted as a child. Okay, that's what Michelle, I don't know if I was, but then my two youngest children, when I was doing security, were like, hey, Mom, this one. They were telling me about an alien abduction right here, right up under these trees. There was a fucking UFO. These Greys came and took my children onto this UFO. And they were going up. Floyd jumped off. And Lily's like, what the heck is he doing? And then she jumped off like feet later. When she jumped off, she jumped on a Gray's head and then she tripped and then they ran and they both laughed about it like, jumped off the side. Yeah, you did. That was pretty cool. I want to know another reading about that for sure. But seriously, like, we've had alien abductions. I got alien pictures. I got alien videos. I got everything. So I'm wondering, like, have I been abducted and don't remember? I don't know. But Chris, who are you going to read? I would love to hear it. It's going to be freaking amazing.
I guarantee you, and I know this for a fact, because I can tell you like this, because I know that we can talk about this on Facebook, but let me tell you, I know, and I don't know why, but I'm being told to be very careful. I can talk about this on Facebook, because, you know, they can suspend my account, and they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, fuck
But
your
let me
Facebook.
tell you something.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Right when I mention aliens, Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers,
Shit.
Mothman,
Yeah.
Skinwalkers, I can guarantee you anything that
We call them here SWs because if you say skinwalker here,
that my
it's bad.
TikTok,
So you have to say SW.
SW. Yeah, and then I can tell you too that on TikTok they would ban my account.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I just said.
Yes.
They would ban my account because I'm saying the truth, and they want to shut me down and say, "Shut the fuck up, Chris. We're gonna ban your account."
Speaking of the skinwalker, there's been on TikTok, there's sightings.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy? Have you ever seen one, sister? Okay, so people are saying, oh, this is in the Southwest, blah, blah, but you know what? I do believe they're working eastward. And people are like, no, that's not where, the reservations and stuff are. I don't think it fucking matters. I think they're just like, oh, well, I'm tired with this place. I'm gonna go eastward. And I've heard so many different stories back east, so I'm like, are they really moving eastward or what? What do you think, sister? Because I'm wondering what the crack is going on with that.
I think with a lot of shit. I think that, like,
you're not my sister. I was talking to Brittany, dude. I'm sorry.
I know.
I didn't mean to slap you in the face right now, but I was talking to my sister Brittany, and I want to see that too, right after. But what have you witnessed in Wisconsin or anywhere out there? So to me, it wasn't skinwalkers. It was, what the crap was that called? It was like the deer-headed something. I can't remember the name because I have all the timers. Never mind. Go ahead, Chris. My all the timers is kicked in.
Yeah,
It's like
what
the
I
deer-headed.
think about?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Could dragons be real?
You know what? Okay, so there's skinwalkers, and then there's it's something else that like really feeds on negative energy. It has like a dead deer head, antlers, skeleton body. Should be a skinwalker, but it's something else. I can't think of the name of it because, like I said, I have all the timers.
Wendigo.
Wendigo, yes. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and people are like, oh no, skinwalkers have gone this far. I'm like, I don't think so. I think as Wendigo and skinwalkers are meeting head to head, and different things are freaking happening, right? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, but makes the most sense.
Yeah. But like I said, guys, I guarantee you, if I talk about this on TikTok, they would ban my account in a heartbeat. Because you want to know why?
Yes.
People like me or Brittany or whoever is on TikTok, they want to shut us up. Well, you know what? This is for y'all people that just don't want us to know shit. You can fuck off. You can kiss my
You don't know shit, you can't do shit.
Which
You
is
go
like
back
you
home.
You like it or not.
That's right. Honey boo
All
shot.
I gotta say